All right, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to our apostles and elders. And Shalom to all the Akim out there preaching his word in truth and sincerity. We're just doing another in transit on the way out there to the battlefield. This is Brother Shamar.
It's Yari Yala.
And we just basically going to talk about how, like, you know, go through the spirit, but dealing with the things that's going on throughout this week. Like, you had a lot of stuff going on. The hurricane happened. You had a hurricane, Irma. Hurricane Irma hit up in Florida, and then you had out there in the UK, you had another terrorist attack. Now they under severe alert, and now it's basically martial law almost, because they got the military out there, like militarized police out there, strapped up, just walking around, real heavy. And it's gonna be like they said. I was watching the news earlier. It's just gonna be like a regular day, seeing cops just strapped with AKs and all type of weapons, just patrolling the streets on a regular basis. And then you had the thing out in St. Louis, the verdict of the cop. He didn't get convicted.
Yeah, he got acquitted.
He got acquitted. And then you had them out there protesting, and like Jake burned the American flag and fucking up police cars. So you got all these different things going on that the scriptures speak about, man. That's
you can
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, and the hurricanes have been furthering this economy into debt.
Yeah.
Really, you know, bringing this place further down. That's all.
Yeah. I did a video on it. How they further the debt. I believe both the hurricanes. It said it was over 100 and something billion. I believe, 100 something, either billions or millions. But it's still basically more money than the government has. They can't fund that. That's why you see them seeking all type of aid after the hurricanes happen, because they don't have the money to fix their economy and everything, because it costs.
And I believe Mexico had sent some money for the aid of, I believe, the Houston, if I'm not mistaken, for the Harvey incident. But I believe I seen something, an article saying that they basically had to take it back because of the earthquake that happened out there in Mexico. They need the money, you know. So the Lord is hitting all these places at once, simultaneously, man. You know, and the greatest destruction for all is Babylon. We're gonna see get used to seeing hell hit the soils of America on all forms. Be it so-called natural disasters, all right, killings, okay, protests, all right,
financially,
economically, okay. You know what I mean? Leading up to what? The RFID microchip, man.
Yeah.
That's the end goal of Esau, you know.
And the apostles are deemed this year to death, destruction, and diligence, and that's all you see going on is destruction and death.
Yeah.
Just like the apostles said at the beginning of the year. They deemed it that, and that's all you've been seeing happening this whole year. Destruction and death. It happening in diverse places. Earthquakes over here and there, hurricanes, all type of stuff going on.
North Korea just shot another missile.
Yeah.
You know, they're very defiant. And it's beautiful because Esau is just bugging out over North Korea. Japan's bugging out. South Korea was doing counter drills.
Yeah, they shot off their missile just to show that they can shoot missiles too. So basically, it's like I was looking at the news about that. They basically saying it's almost to the point it's pretty much at the point to where World War III can just crack off literally any moment.
Yep. Ooh. But
no. You can go. You can grab whatever you're gonna grab.
Yeah, just a quick precept on it. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood.
Yeah, like the old movies you'll see, like 300, and the old movies when they use swords and spears and arrows for when they go to war. That's not going to happen this time. Yep. All right, you can go ahead.
It says, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. And if I can add this too, and that's beautiful because the earth has been in nothing but turmoil and wars, you know, from different kingdoms, okay? Because what, when the righteous are in authority, then what? The people rejoice. You know, it's peace involved. And this earth only seen peace when King Solomon ruled, man. 40 years of peace. Up to that point, man, it was a lot of war to establish that peace. You know, and then what? The kingdoms were translated to these other nations, and to where today we're in the end days of Esau, man. His rulership, you know, and the kingdom is going to be translated to the righteous for good, man. And it's going to be translated through violence, by force.
And this is the last time it's going to be translated.
Yep.
Because we're going to keep it forever after we get the kingdom this time.
That's right. You know, so this is what this all leading up to, man. The ancient wars up to the modern day war, which is going to be the World War III. All right. It says, for every battle of the warriors with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
Yeah, the burning and fuel of fire is coming from the missiles.
Yep.
And that's all you see everybody working on. You see them shooting, like your brother said, North Korea shooting off their missiles, South Korea shooting off missiles, all these joint military exercises these different countries are doing. And then Trump, that same Friday, that same day, he had a speech, and I was watching part of it. He was over here boasting about the American military, saying that our Air Force is the best Air Force out there, that nobody can stop America. Basically, having that pride that America always have, saying that nobody can touch his army. Our Air Force is the best out there. We got the best weapons, the best this, the best that. And how he invested more money into that, like the scriptures go into. They're not going to be investing into the things for farming. Yep. They're going to invest into war.
Agriculture is going to. They're putting their money into their military might. All these countries.
That too.
Yeah, come. Right now, Russia, and I believe it's another country. It's with a B, Belarus. I can't pronounce it correctly off the top of my head. But they're basically running their military drills right now. I believe it's called Zapad, Z-A-P-A-D, 2017. They popped that off, man. You know, so all these countries are preparing for war. Like, hey, I'm about to grab that scripture.
And Trump investing more into the military. They basically they hit their debt ceiling again recently, and he had to get more funding from the bankers. Now the national debt for Babylon is over 20 trillion. And this is a historical amount. It reached past $20 trillion now, and it's only going to continue to go up from there. So this place is done, and they're only raising the debt ceiling until December the 8th. Because I was going into that as well in the video I did. They only raising it till December the 8th. Then you got to deal with that issue again. Like, you could never, like Esau keep doing, kicking the can down the road. You can only push it off for so long. Yep. That's why all the economics people say that economic collapse is bound to happen, because you can only keep on kicking it down the road so long, because you always have that problem always comes back up again.
And these other countries are slowly doing away with the dollar.
Yep.
You know, so that's the last stronghold that Esau has, you know, along with his military might.
And that's the only reason, that's the only thing keeping the dollar afloat, is these other countries taking that debt from Babylon. Yep. So when they stop dealing with that money, that's basically sending all that debt right back to you, because they don't want your money no more. And then America's done. It's through at that point. It already is through, but it's going to crash at that point when everybody stop dealing with the dollar. Because that's the only way that the dollar's still cool, because like everybody has so-called confidence in the dollar. They believe it to be worth something when it's not.
It's the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men.
Yeah, prepare war. And we proclaim this to everybody out on the streets, that World War III is on the way. And you see these countries getting ready for war. Nobody, whenever we speak about it now, nobody can say shit. They walk past and just shake their head, because they know that World War III is on the way. You can't say that it's not going to happen, because there's too much going on in the news. The main thing being North Korea, that situation. But nobody, they don't really mention that Russia and China and all these other nations are going to come against Babylon as well. But they're going to form an alliance to come against Babylon and nuke this place with 200 million missiles.
Yeah. That's right, man. It says, proclaiming this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up where? To the Middle East, where all that turmoil is happening. You notice that all these countries are being summoned over there, man, because that's where that battle is gonna go down, man. That's where the Lord is doing His works, man. You know, that's where He's bringing all these countries together to judge them, man. You know, for all the wickedness that they portrayed on Israel, or the Israelites, the Lord's chosen people, for having us in captivity. You know, for benefiting off of us, okay, for being demons, man. You know, because they're all enjoying rulership with Esau. Esau's a chief demon, man. These other nations are secondaries. You know, that's why Esau is going to get the ultimate condemnation, man.
Yeah.
You know, it says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears.
Yeah, so you don't see them anymore invested into their agriculture. They're not focused on trying to better their economy, so-called, or whatever, making more, invested in more food for everybody or this and that. Their main goal is invested into war, because everybody know that war is on the way. It's already going on, because troops, ever like I forgot where I read it at, but basically American troops, oh yeah, I think Trump said in his speech, America has been in war for over 20-something years.
Yeah.
So it's literally non-stop war has been happening. It never ended.
And America was established through war, you know, and it's always been in and out of war. Esau wars, or Edomite on Edomite crime, you know. And, hey man, that's to go to show that, hey, the wicked are in rule, man. Yeah. You know, because it's been constant wars with Esau being in power, man.
And that's like his blessing.
Yep.
His blessing was a sword, and that's what he uses to rule the earth. He's non-stop war ever since he's gotten into power. He's just non-stop war. You go to some other country, if they don't want to be under you, you go to war with them and force them to pay tribute to you now. Use your debt currency to put them in debt.
Yeah. It says, let the weak say, I am strong.
Yeah, and you see that happening, because North Korea at one point, they was considered weak, and all these other countries, before they had their missiles, they had to basically listen to Babylon, listen to America.
Yeah.
But now that they got their technology up, and they're ready to go to war, now they don't want to hear nothing that Trump or America has to say. They just testing the missiles, letting them know. This is like the deterrence to let them know that if you try to come mess with me or stop me from doing what I want to do in my country, I'm not afraid to shoot a missile right at you.
Yeah.
And it's nothing but a press of a button.
That's right.
It's not like the other scripture the bro went into in Isaiah 9:5. They don't have to run up on you with a sword, chop you up and all that. No, they can just press a button now, send a drone.
Yep.
Everything's through technology now, so they don't even have to even move or anything. Just type in the code, press a button, and the missile's on the way. That's how easy it is for World War III to just break off in a second by the push of a button. And nobody would ever know until the missile's already shot off and on the way.
It says, assemble yourselves and come all ye heathen, gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord.
Yeah, and like the bro was saying, out there in the Middle East, you're gonna see more and more of the different nations' troops going down there, because you already got Russia and Babylon out there, American army, and then you're gonna start seeing the other countries getting involved as well, sending their troops.
It says, yeah, and the Lord's, if I can add this too, and the Lord's mighty ones are talking about the angels, because they're holding the four winds over there, man. They're holding back this destruction, all right, for the climax, man. Ultimately, for when the 144,000 are completely sealed, man, then that destruction is coming, and you see it coming on all scales right now. All the plagues are coming. The ultimate plague is the missile. And that further confirms, hey man, that the elect are being sealed simultaneously, man. You know, this word has went out, like the scriptures say, man. Yeah. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come get you down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for the wickedness is great. Multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the Valley of Decision.
Yeah, and that Valley of Decision is out there in the Middle East.
Yep.
That's why you see that's the main area of conflict. Everything that's going on is going to end off out there in the Middle East, because that's where they are going to gather to. All those multitudes of armies, they're going to be out there. But then the missiles everybody's going to shoot their missiles over here at Babylon when Babylon gets destroyed. But the main war is going to be out there in the Middle East.
Yep. There's going to be a lot of slain bodies out there, man. You know, the Lord said it's going to be as dung. All right, as shit. You know, nobody's going to be there to clean up those bodies. All right, that's going to be the first job of the wicked elites, man, because they're going to be the first crop of slaves in slavery, man, under the Israelites. They're going to be servants, man, slaves. They're going to have to clean up these dead bodies.
Yeah.
You know, they're going to have to serve out continue servitude, man. You know, that's going to be their first duty. All right, and man, clean up this shit. You know, clean up this mess. Esau, you fucking Moabites, you gooks, all these heathens, man. You know, those that survive this destruction. All right. Did you want me to hop into second Ezra tonight, or
we can read a little bit of it.
Okay. Just from the top, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is second Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore,
then we see in the signs pass. If you watching the news and what everything going on, everything written in the scriptures that the Lord told us that what happened is coming to pass. So that's how we know that the day is near, or the Lord's coming back to establish His kingdom through the Spirit.
That's right.
All right.
It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world.
And you see that earthquakes that happen in Mexico, it be happening in different areas around the world.
I believe this week it was a 4-point something earthquake in San Jose. The brother got a one. I believe he was going into it. He felt it. I believe it was an article on it. You know, the big one is coming here, man.
Yeah.
Everybody was talking about it this week. It was weird weather. You know, it's been weird weather is out here in the Bay Area specifically. Shoot, the last couple weeks, man.
Thunderstorms happening.
It was a thunderstorm out of nowhere. It was hot as hell.
Yeah,
and it was just raining. Yeah, the day after that,
yeah.
It was hot as hell. I was on the way back from slavery, back home. We got the top down and shit. It's hot, heat and everything, and then we just filled with raindrops, man. It's just weird weather, man. It's earthquake weather, man. It's in the air, yeah. And all these people know it. Random people approaching us, talking about you think the earthquake is gonna come? You think it's gonna happen? You think the big one? Because these people know in the spirit, man, that judgment is on the way. You know.
Yeah. And they know they're gonna get judged.
Yeah. Yep. That's why they fear, man, because they know that they're wicked. It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world.
Yeah, and you see the uproars with the stuff like out there in St. Louis. And all these different little rallies that be happening with the KKK and all this other different stuff. It's just uproars constantly happening.
Mm.
And then that racial tension building up.
That's right. Yep. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
Yeah, now everybody else is understanding, because we, through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, understood that these things were going to come to pass because it was revealed to us.
Yep.
So now everybody else that was doubting with the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you see it, and now you can't say anything. Whenever we bring out the scriptures, you can't say nothing to gainsay the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because everything he said is coming to pass.
Yep.
Because his words are true.
That's right. That's right. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest.
Yeah, and that's what you see. We got, is that the end of the scripture, or is that a little bit more of it?
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, you can read it right there.
Yeah, so like the end is manifest, man, and we clearly see we're at the end, because all these different things going on. They talking about the chip on their mainstream media. This place It's going down economic wise because all that debt is building up. That debt ceiling is past a historical 20 trillion. And then you got all these earthquakes, hurricanes, all these different things coming to pass. It's signs from Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. That's all that is. That his return is nigh.
And he declared the end from the beginning, you know, and he revealed it to who? His servants, the prophets, you know, to declare, to prophesy, to say before. Now it's coming to pass. It's physically manifesting, you know. You people who are seeing it. Now, it's like,
no, you got it.
No, I was gonna say now you scoffers and scorners, you can't question the doctrine no more, man. The truth, really. All right. You know, you can't like the brother said, you can't gainsay. You can't say, well, what if this, and you can't chop up the scriptures no more, man, because it's being made plain, okay, which is already plain unto the holy. All right, it's a stumbling block unto you wicked ass niggas, because you were blinded according to Isaiah 6:9 on down, man. The Lord want to kill you niggas, you know, and rightfully so. You niggas deserve to die, all right, because you love all this wickedness, man. You're hoping like hell that the Lord don't return, and that we be found to be liars, man. But the Most High is not a man that he shall lie. The Most High is not a liar, man. You know, these words are coming to pass, man, and are being manifested in you people's faces.
Yeah, the scriptures say that the expectation of the wicked is wrath. So that's why they're really scared about all these things coming to pass. You don't want America to be destroyed because you know that you're wicked and you're going to be destroyed right along with America. That's right.
See, our hope is to be saved. That's our expectation. Right? For the wicked, the 2/3, all right, the wicked of our people, their expectation is destruction, man.
Yeah.
You know, they don't have no hope in hell. All right, they don't have no faith, not in the Lord, not in Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Their faith is in the society, you know. Yeah. So just like in Isaiah, I believe the 30th chapter, man. Yeah. You know, just because you trust in Egypt is going to be your confusion. Yeah. Since you want to trust in Babylon, you're going to be left dazed and confused, man. You're not going to have the answers. You're not going to understand. You're not going to be stable. You're not going to be defended. You know, you're going to be destroyed.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
beautiful.
So with that, we're going to wrap it up. Let's give all praises again to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to our apostles and elders. Shalom to the Akim, preaching his word and choosing sincerity.
Shalom,
Shalom.